This module right here is the first double E machine. That stands for Enchanted Engine. So these things are going to start replacing the industrial machines, and they're going to be a little bit cooler and a lot more magical and a heck of a lot more useful. So this one is called Iron Alchemy or Metal Alchemy. So let's grab some ingredients which are going to be used to craft this. So there is a crafting module, but this was made by TPC Bonehound. There will be a link in the description to his channel. So he hasn't made a video on this yet, but he might do in the future, which is why I'm not going to explain this, but it's there and it's really cool. So let's craft this thing. You need an iron block in the middle, you will need blaze rods on the outside corners, and you will need gold ingots. Before I do that, actually, it's probably a good idea that we actually install these things. There we go, and there we go. Alright, so the machines are now installed, and this is the size of the whole thing. So that's just TPC's crafting module, and this is what we're going to be focusing on. So these two first command blocks are just for the crafting, which we will see right here. And we get this Iron Alchemist. Now on its own, it doesn't do anything. It's pretty useless. But if you place it on a diamond block, it creates this. So now we're going to surround this thing in gold. As you can see, it's got some cool particles. Alright, and then we wait a while, and there we go. It's already started moving. So you will see that when I place the diamond, it turned into diamond ore. Now it's done its first conversion, and it's turned into emerald ore. Now I can break this at any time, and it will just fizzle out just like so. But we don't want to quite do that yet. We want to do that again. So let's grab some more of these that I prepared earlier. Chuck that down, and it starts again. You can see the diamond ore is there, and let's do a quick time lapse. As you can see now, it's turned into coal, and it's going to do one more thing before it finishes. And isn't that just an amazing effect? I personally like it, and we got out of that. So the gold, 2 of the gold ores remained the same. We got 2 gold blocks, so we made twice as much gold as normal. But we also got 4 andesite as well. But it's a little bit random. If you're very, very unlucky, you can only make 9 gold ingots out of this, minimum. So let's look at the loss rates. So you can gain up to 9 to 27 gold ingots, but you can lose 2 to 6 in the process. So your net range is you can either gain 3 to 25, although it's usually 18. So there is a very, very small chance of you getting 3 or 25 extra ingots, but the chance is there. Now, how did I do this is the question. I mean, I am actually doing about 20 things, and yet we've managed to confine it into these command blocks, not including this timing system, which is quite small. So the question is, how have I managed to perform such a task? Let's look at the crafting first. As you can see, it does a few things. It makes a sound, it summons an armor stand, and it summons into particles, and it also creates a diamond block below. That's 4 things, but we only did 2 command blocks. So how do we do it? Let's take a look. So we are grabbing the special metal rune, we're detecting if it's there, and if that's true, it's actually going to summon a stack of command blocks which do those 4 things. It's going to create a particle, a sound, fill the diamond block with diamond ore below, and summon this armor stand right here. That's all there is to it. Then there's the breaking. How does that work? Well, that actually doesn't use a command block stack. It's actually just detecting if something is there or not. So, alright, so Iron Alchemist, if it detects air, then it's going to play a particle, then it's going to play a sound, and then it's going to kill itself. These are conditional command blocks, so they don't do it very often. And then lastly, we have a particle effect, which is a flame. Everything else is run by these 2 command blocks here. The first one tests if it's present, but there's no timing system here other than this clock right here. So you notice this is an ether clock, and basically every 30 seconds or so it's going to summon a redstone block. at this armor stand's position. And if there's an iron alchemist there, it's going to do all of these things. This row of command blocks right here is what it does. Summoning a command block stack, and that's what it does. So let's try if we can see the stack. Let's throw one there. There you go. So that's how it works. It's just like a one command within one command. Now I've got to credit Sparks for the idea. I'll link his video in the description as well. But it does all these things. So it summons a bunch of area of effect clouds. Bunch of them. All they do is particles. It actually summons 8, one for each block within the area. And then it's going to play a sound. It's going to play a particle. And then it's going to do some interesting things. It's going to pick a random area of effect cloud within a radius of 2, and then it's going to fill a gold block with gold ore. It's also going to do that with iron blocks, so you can actually mix these. I forgot to mention that as well. It works with iron as well. So just so we can demonstrate it, you can mix things. There we go. Let's throw this down. And let's see if we can see this happen. There we go. And that time it didn't really do much because it is random, like I said. Everything's random. Let's see if we can try and get it to happen again. Alright, there we go. So you can actually mix them because it's not a nested execute detect. It's just normal old things. So we're actually just using randomness, and that is why it does random things. So, and it also, for the timing system, it's going to, first off, replace the diamond ore with emerald ore. Then it's going to replace the emerald ore with coal ore, and it replaces coal ore with air. So that's why it only works a certain amount of times, because no matter what, that rule always applies. If there's air here, then it will disappear. So it's a little bit of a complicated module. I hope I explained it well, but that is the first enchanted engine. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think of this series, but for now, thanks everyone for watching. I will see you in the next one. Take care.